It was a time far in the future, when humanity had spread across the stars and learned that not every planet was meant to be conquered. Some worlds belonged only to death. Badlands was one of them. A cursed planet wrapped in endless red dust, violent storms, and a silence so heavy it felt alive. Lightning tore across the sky day and night, as if the planet itself were screaming in pain. In the farthest reaches of Badlands walked a lone figure. Not human. A predator. But not like the others of his kind. His armor was cracked and scorched, his body marked with old wounds, and his eyes carried no pride, only weight. He had been cast out by his own clan. His crime was mercy. During a hunt long ago, he had refused to kill a wounded creature that could no longer fight back. To the clan, this was weakness. Among predators, mercy was betrayal. They could have executed him, but exile was a slower punishment. He was banished to Badlands to rot alone, forgotten, forced to live with Dishona every waking moment. Then the sky split open. A human spacecraft tore through the clouds, engine screaming, and slammed into the surface of the planet in a storm of fire and debris. When the dust settled, only one survivor crawled from the wreckage. Her name was Thia. Her entire crew was dead. No weapons. No backup. No signal strong enough to reach home. Just a hostile world that wanted her dead. She wandered away from the crash site, injured and exhausted. As night fell, the winds howled louder and shadows began to move. Creatures emerged from the dark, fast, vicious, driven purely by hunger. Thia tried to run, but the ground collapsed beneath her and she fell hard. As the monsters closed in, she screamed. Then suddenly, silence. Heavy footsteps echoed behind her. A towering shape stepped out of the darkness, glowing green armor cutting through the night. Thia froze, convinced her end had come. But the creature did not attack her. Instead, the monsters around her lay dead, their bodies torn apart with surgical precision. The predator stood there, watching her, not as prey, not as an enemy. Their journey began without words. They shared no language, no trust at first, only survival. The predator guided her through lethal terrain, warned her of dangers before they struck, protected her without ever demanding anything in return. Slowly, Thia realized the impossible. This predator was different. Through signs, symbols, and shared encounters, she learned the truth about Badlands. Something lived at the heart of the planet, something ancient and unstoppable. An ultimate hunter, a being that did not follow rules. It hunted anything and everything. Entire predator clans had come to face it. None had returned. The outcast predator knew this was his final hunt. If he killed the beast, his honor might be restored. If he failed, his existence would end here, unknown and meaningless. But more than that, he knew Thia would not survive if the monster was allowed to live. The final confrontation came in a dead valley where the ground was poisoned and the air burned the lungs. When the ultimate hunter emerged, it felt as if the planet itself had risen to kill them. Massive, armored, faster than instinct, stronger than any predator weapon. The outcast fought with everything he had. His weapons shattered. His body broke. Thia was injured but refused to flee. For the first time, predator and human stood side by side, not master and prey, but allies. Bleeding and barely standing, the predator removed his helmet. No honor, no rank, just a warrior making his final choice. Thia understood the plan without a word. She risked her life to distract the beast. As it turned toward her, the predator unleashed his last attack, sacrificing everything he had left. The valley exploded into light and dust. When the silence returned, the ultimate hunter lay dead. The predator collapsed, breathing heavily as blood soaked the ground beneath him. Above, ships descended from the sky. His clan had arrived. They had witnessed everything. The hunt had broken tradition, but it had saved them all. The clan leader lowered his head in silent acknowledgement. Honor was restored. But the young predator refused to return. He looked at Thia, then at the endless Badlands. This world had become his choice, not his prison. The clan departed, leaving behind a rescue signal for Thia. When the human ship finally arrived, Thia turned back one last time, but the predator was already gone, fading into the red dust, a shadow among storms. The story did not end there, because in the Badlands, a new law had been written, that the deadliest hunter is not the one without mercy, but the one strong enough to choose it.